Hi everybody! Hola a todos, ¿cómo están? Espero que estén muy bien. I hope you are doing great. And welcome to Español con Elena. Bienvenidos a Español con Elena. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you enjoyed this video, please like. In today's video, I'm going to show you how and when to use the verb gustar, to like, in Spanish. If this is the first time you're using this verb, you might think it is a bit difficult and even confusing. But don't worry, it's all about practice. I know, I always say the same, but what can I say? It's true. The more you practice, the easier it gets. You'll see. So let's practice, 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 and also make mistakes. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Cuantos más, mejor. I know it sounds a bit crazy. I think I'm the only teacher who wants their students to make mistakes. But trust me, it really works. Because when you make a mistake, it is probably because you don't really understand what you're doing. And when someone, in this case me, explains it to you, you will just never do it again. You will never make that mistake again. So, ¿estamos preparados para aprender un poquito de español? ¿Sí? Pues empecemos. Okay, I think it will be easier for you to understand it if I start analyzing how we use in a sentence the verb gustar in English first. It follows the basic common structure of any sentence, that is, subject plus verb plus object. For instance, I like lemons. I is the subject, like is the verb, and lemons is the direct object. Now, how would we say this in Spanish? A word-by-word translation would be yo gustar limones. But obviously, that's wrong. The right way of saying this is me gustan los limones. So what happened here? In Spanish, the structure of the sentence with the verb gustar is different. It would be, first, a personal pronoun that works as an indirect object, mi, that is me, and that substitutes the subject in English, I, that is yo, plus the verb gustar, which can only be singular or plural, gusta, gustan. In this case, gustan, because the subject, as you'll see, is the plural of lemon, that is limones. Plus, finally, the subject, which is the direct object in English, lemons. Wow, was it too much information? Was the explanation too intense? Sorry, you already know. Sometimes I get way too excited. It's just that I want you to understand everything because every little detail is important. But don't freak out. When we start practicing, you'll see it wasn't such a big deal. Now, before I start practicing, I can feel you dying to put all this craziness into practice, right? Just kidding. I think we should see how we change the personal pronouns from subject into indirect object. Once again, it sounds much more complicated than it really is. You'll see. Look at your screens and pay attention to the big box. On the left, you have the subject. That is, yo, tú, él, ella, nosotros, nosotras, vosotros, vosotras, ellos, ellas. And on the right, you have the indirect object. Me, te, le, nos, os, les. The words on the right are the ones you have to learn to be able to make sentences with the verb gustar in Spanish. let's see two examples of everything we've learned so far. Me gusta el ajedrez o a mí me gusta el ajedrez. That is, I like chess. A mí is in brackets because whether you say or not, the sentence means exactly the same. It doesn't matter. The meaning of the sentence doesn't change, with or without it. There are just two different correct options to say the same thing. Me gustan las adivinanzas o a mí me gustan las adivinanzas. This is I like riddles. As you can see in both examples, the subject comes after the verb. On the first sentence, the subject is el ajedrez, it. That's singular. That's why the verb is gusta. On the second sentence, the subject is las adivinanzas, they. That's plural. That's why the verb is gustan. And one more thing, the last thing before I start practicing, I promise. In English, you say I like chess, but not I like the chess. But in Spanish, you cannot say me gusta ajedrez, but me gusta el ajedrez. It happens the same with I like riddles. In Spanish, you cannot say me gustan adivinanzas, but me gustan las adivinanzas. This little thing is really important. Don't forget it. And finally, let's start practicing. Por fin, vamos a empezar a practicar. Primera frase. Yo gustar las fresas. I like strawberries. And in Spanish, it would be me gustan las fresas. Segunda frase. A Luis no gustar el vino tinto. Luis doesn't like red wine. A Luis no le gusta el vino tinto. Tercera frase. A mi madre gustar mucho la ensalada de algas y pepino. My mother really likes seaweed and cucumber salad. A mi madre le gusta mucho la ensalada de algas y pepino. Okay, this is a very interesting sentence. You'll see why. A Carlos y a mí gustar acostarnos tarde, pero nosotros no gustar madrugar. Carlos and I like going late to bed, but we don't like getting up early. Are you wondering why it is so interesting, this sentence? I'm going to give you a tip. After the verb gustar, you have another verb. So, what are you going to do with that? Okay, let's see how smart you are. A Carlos y a mí nos gusta acostarnos tarde, pero no nos gusta madrugar. Did you do it right? I'm sure you did right. The thing is that when you have a verb after the verb gustar, we use the singular, that is gusta, never the plural. Even if we have two verbs, like in I like singing and dancing, it would be me gusta cantar y bailar. Don't say me gustan cantar y bailar. That's wrong. Shall we try another one? ¿Sí? Okay. A mi padre no gustar el té verde. My father doesn't like green tea. A mi padre no le gusta el té verde. What about this one? Yo gustar mucho el libro que me regalaste. I really like the book you gave me. By the way, the verb to give in Spanish has two different translations. It could either mean dar or regalar. Regalar is to give a gift or to give a present. Me gusta mucho el libro que me regalaste. Y ahora una pregunta. ¿Tú gustan los puzzles? Do you like puzzles? Pay attention to the spelling of the word puzzle in Spanish. It only has one set. And also be very careful with the pronunciation. Puzzle. Puzzle. Exacto. ¿Te gustan los puzzles? Vamos con otra pregunta. ¿Vosotros gustar la tarta de zanahoria? No, nosotros gustar. Do you like carrot cake? No, we don't. Y en español diremos, ¿os gusta la tarta de zanahoria? No, no nos gusta. Vamos con otra frase. A María y a su marido gustar viajar. María and her husband like traveling. Muy bien. A María y a su marido les gusta viajar. A ver qué tal está. ¿Tú gustar mi vestido? Sí, yo gustar mucho. Do you like my dress? Yes, I like it very much. Entonces, en español diremos, ¿te gusta mi vestido? Sí, me gusta mucho. Yo no gustar tus chistes. No los pillo. I don't like your jokes. I don't get them. No me gustan tus chistes. No los pillo. Penúltima frase. Yo no gustar nada cocinar. I don't like cooking at all. No me gusta nada cocinar. Última frase. Last sentence. Nosotros gustar mucho ver películas de miedo. We really like watching scary movies. Y en español diremos, nos gusta mucho ver películas de miedo. Okay, this wasn't an easy video. I know there were many things I had to explain. I think I went way too excited about it. My fault. This was kind of a lot intense. So thank you very much for watching it. I think you should watch it a couple more times. And remember, practice, practice, practice. If you enjoy the video, like and subscribe. Hasta pronto. Nos vemos. Adiós.